Good morning, everyone. Let's work on this puzzle while we wait for Artemis. Whew. Let's see. I see that Ronald is already getting on in there, even though this is supposed to be a hard puzzle. That did not slow him down. Let's see. Okay. Five across. Annoying brats. I would say imps on that one. Let's see if that's it. Yes. Nine across. Youngling rival. I feel like that has something to do with tea, but I can't put my finger on it right now. 15 across. River by the Great Sphinx. Wouldn't that be the Nile? Let's try that. Why, yes, it is. Okay. 16 across. Nobel Peace Prize winner Root. No idea. Mm. 17 across. Spinal Tap song with three basses. I have never seen Spinal Tap. I've seen references to it, but I have never seen Spinal Tap. But it's something like big, bad something, but I can't. As I know, like turn it all the way up to 11 is a Spinal Tap reference. Let's see, 19 across. Fists, slangily. Fists. I don't know. 21 across. Bookies offering. Bet, betting. Oh, I don't know. 23 across. Muscle shirt material. Is it a muscle shirt made of mesh? Let's see. Yes, got that one. 24 across. Can there be any blank? Five across. That would be doubt because Ronald helped us out with the first three letters there. Okay. 26 across. Delivery from a shock jock. Okay, shock jocks are loud, but I think they're trying to be cheeky with it. I wonder if it would be Volt. Let's see. Put Volt there. See if that would be it. Nope. I thought they were trying to be a little cheeky there. Okay, 28 across. 2001 hit by Destiny's Child. That's Ronald's era right there. That is not me. Um, that's 24 years ago. My kids were mostly grown, but I never was much of a Destiny's Child person. Um, let's see. Yeah, 28 across is the Destiny's Child one. Okay. Let's see. 34 across, apt name for a detective. Not getting anything. Five letters, not getting anything. 37 across, blank Silva, Skyfall villain. Never saw Skyfall. I think I've seen maybe one James Bond movie all the way through. And it was not any of the later ones. It would have been one of the earlier ones with like Sean Connery or something. Or Roger Moore. Let's see. 38 across, sport blank, versatile car for short. Sport, I don't know. Only three letters. Hmm. 39 across, funk nobody likes. That would be odor. There we go. Big bottom. You got the Spinal Tap song. See, in the back of my mind, I knew it had something to do with butts, but again, I have not seen Spinal Tap, so I only know vaguely some of the references. Bootylicious. I knew you'd get that, Ronald. I'm just not that much of a Destiny's Child fan. Let's see, 40 across. Some online reviews. Would that be Jeers, maybe? Nope. 41 across. Area for top roping. I have no idea what that means. Let's try roof just for the heck of it. Nope. Okay, 42 across. It's dropped after a bravura performance. 42 across. Oh, drop the mic. Okay. MIC. There we go. 44 across. Actress Callie who plays Supergirl. Oh gosh. I know we watched the first several seasons of that Supergirl series, and I know who they're talking about, but I don't know her last name. I can visualize her because she was also a Broadway actress. They had a lot of Broadway actors and stuff in that CW lineup of superhero shows. It was very weird. Um, 45 across, 1999 juvenile hit. See, they're hitting the R&B, and that's just not my thing. Okay, 48 across. Cardinal position. I don't know. Would that be last? Nope. 49. Sty grunts. That would be oinks for the pigs. OINKS. Hmm. 52 across. Monosyllabic, perhaps. Hmm. See, I would have said mute, but the T's in the wrong place. Hmm. 54 across. Takes hold. GRAPS. No. Grabs is not enough letters. Hmm. 64 across. Sierra Blank. That's Sierra Leone. Leone. Okay. Let's see. Oh no, Ronald, you have COVID. Oh no. Oh no, I'm just not seeing the chat. Oh no. So it's back that adds up. But see, that's what I thought it was. Back something for that juvenile song. You have COVID. Oh. The music was on. The music is still on. I'm hearing it now. I don't know why y'all keep saying you can't hear the music. Thank you for the hair, Ronald. We'll talk about that once Artemis gets here because some adjustments need to be made. But thank you. It might be back that, yeah. That sounds like it would fit. I was so into the puzzle that I was not looking at the chat. Sorry about that, Ronald. Okay, let's see. 65 across. I was the puzzle and trying not to sneeze because I feel the sneeze in my. You know how sometimes you feel it in your nose, trying to come. The one nostril. I feel like I either need to blow my nose or sneeze. I want to say phone, but I know that would not fit with 55 down. What is 55 down? Engraved in a way. That would be etch. So that is ETCH. So are you still working? I mean, I know you work from home, but since you have COVID, do they let you like still take time off, or they're like, well, you're home anyway, work from your bed? I don't know how the COVID thing works if you work from home. Okay. 54 across. Let's look at that again. Takes hold. Still don't know. 65 across, bubbly top. Not foam. Something with a C. What would be bubbly with a C? Okay, you're logged on to work, but you have no meetings today. Well, that's good. So at least you don't have to talk to anybody. I can't believe they still expect you to work with COVID. Are you feeling like terrible? I was going to say you can't feel that terrible because you're on here with us, but I remember the last two times that I had COVID, I still played all of my BGA turns because I was trying to distract myself from the fact that I felt awful. So I was doing stuff just to kind of distract myself from the fact that I felt like crap. I wasn't quite at that level. It's been a while. The last time I was at the level where I was sick enough that I just could not even raise my head off the pillow was when I had strep. But the last two times I had COVID, I was sick and I was miserable and I did not want to get out of bed, but I also wanted to distract myself from the fact that I felt miserable. So I still read books, I still watched TV, I still did things on the computer just to. I tell people all the time that you can't really tell when I'm sick because usually my voice still sounds the same. I do the same things whether I'm sick or not most of the time. So it's kind of hard to tell that I'm sick unless I tell you that I'm sick, and then I feel like I am, I don't know, begging for attention or something if I tell you out loud that I'm sick. But really, most people don't notice that I'm sick unless I say that I am sick. Okay, let's see. Let's look at some of these downs, see where we go. 5 down as a whole in toto. And although I have never said in toto, I always say in total, but I guess some people say in toto. 8 down, kinda, sorta, semi, SEMI. These are much easier now that Ronald's done most of the work for me. Oh, you've already turned off the crossword. You couldn't do it anymore, so you are feeling. Oh, I missed some. I missed some comments. Let's see. You're logged on to work. I could take PTO, but I don't want to. I guess I see that. I feel not great, but I'm sitting here. I already turned off the crossword. Could not do anymore. You slept 7 hours during the day and then slept all night. Yeah, so you feel crappy. You feel crappy. Well, I hope we can take your mind off of it a little bit. Let's see. So I guess I'm finishing this puzzle on my own. Let's see what we've got. 10 down. College boosters. That would be alumni. ALUMNI. Let's get that. This puzzle is supposed to be hard, but so far it's not terrible. Although I've found that when we do a hard puzzle, it's usually like the last 2 or 3 words that we get stuck on. 11 down. Trips that require helmets. I don't know. Space? No, that wouldn't fit. 13 down. 1975 ZZ Top hit 4 letters. That would be Tush. Okay, there we go. Oh, my goodness. Even though the heat has broken here, so it's not, because I think it's like in the 60s today. What is it right now? Oh, it's not telling me. Come on. Yeah, it's only 67 here. I actually have my blinds open, which I haven't had my blinds open the past couple weeks because I was trying to keep the sun from heating up this room. So I've kept the blinds closed. But I've got them open this week, I mean today, to kind of give me a little more light in here because I was looking kind of blurry. But even though it's only 67, I still got my fan and stuff going because I am still got a little bit of a sheen on my face. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, back to the puzzle. Let's see. Let's see. Nope. Okay, 18 down. 18 down. This ought to be good. That would be oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, 22 down. Toyota hybrid. That's a Prius. I've never ridden in a Prius. I don't think I have. Unless somebody who I don't recognize cars very well, so unless one of the Uber people who were driving me had a Prius, I don't think I've ever been a Prius. Let's see. Oh, the shock jock thing is rant. Okay, let's try that. Let's see, rant. Yes, there we go. 27 down. Knee part for short. That's your ACL. I know that because that's what all the athletes have to get fixed. And my BFF's husband had to have his ACL worked on. That's the only reason I know all that. Let's see. 29. Blank Crim, Ted Lasso reporter. Well, I have never seen Ted Lasso, so I'm out on that one. Okay. Let's see. 30. Site of a noted World War II conference. But that starts with a Y. I have no idea. 31. Mexico's President Andre Manuel. No idea. 32 down. State with 6 sides. That would be Utah. Utah. There we go. 33. Virtua Fighter Company. That would be Sega. I think Sega made Virtua Fighter. Sega. There we go. Song from Sarah McLachlan's Surfacing. I do not know Sarah McLachlan that well.
Oh, I'm so short. I didn't adjust it. I'm so short.
Spectator at a kid's game. 30. Now that would be a soccer mom. C-O-C-C-E-R.
So you're just gonna sit here and finish the crossword?
Oh, are you here?
I am.
Well, you're not on camera. I thought you were still in the green room.
I am here on camera. You don't see me all short over here? Oh, Mom. Mom, can I have some Twizzlers? Mom.
You're so weird. You're so weird.
That was the first thing that came to mind. I don't even like Twizzlers. Twizzlers are gross. All right. I'm breaking this party up. Goodbye, crossword. Hello,
me up there. I'm eating a banana.
I am about to make some Crystal Light, my Crystal Light caffeine. Also, I've been hitting the melatonin again, and it still gives me nightmares, and I don't know what to do about it.
Why do you bother?
Because I'm tired. Because without it, I'm not sleeping.
Oh, poor thing.
It's a problem. Ooh. And my friend from the market texted me and told me she's giving me free eggs today.
That's cool. Do we want to do the intro before I start eating my yogurt?
Sure.
Okay.
Actually, give me 2 seconds to make my little crystal light.
Well, you turned the music down since apparently I see out of the corner of my eye that Ronald says mamas and the papas, and I haven't read the rest of the comment, but I know he's going to talk about the video with her eating the banana.
What? Let
I'm,
me go read this comment
I
now.
haven't read it, but I saw mamas, and I bet that's what his comment is.
Dani, did you ever see that video of the mamas and the papas where they were forced to lip sync on TV and one of them was so mad about it that she ate a banana during the song?
Yes, I've seen that video. I saw it again just like 2 days ago, actually.
Switch to the right music. She knew Ronald. She's psychic. I'm making my Crystal Light Caffeine Wild Strawberry.
Oh,
they make the little caffeine thing so small
that you don't realize it's caffeine.
Yeah, because I didn't look at the box because Wayne just buys me a bunch of boxes of flavor waters because I live on Water Talk now, I guess.
Well, we can talk about this in a minute. Are we doing the intro?
Okay, yes, let's do. Well, I don't want to be shaking.
That's going to be part of the life update since we have no life. Come on.
I'm working on it. Ari, I was not on time. Ari, I was truly not on time.
I was early. You can
early.
ask Ronald. I was early. I was before 10:30.
I pulled up the stream and I was like, "Why do I hear talking?" I was like, "Ooh, let's go see if she figured out the music."
Yeah, Ronald, we got the same algorithm.
Okay. Are you ready?
Oh, wait a minute.
Ooh, my nails match your hair.
Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. I forgot my intro thing.
I did all that shaking. You could have been double checking your intro.
Whatever. Well, I thought I knew, but I forgot the title of the book.
Gasp.
My brain is like, oh no. I'll just do this one since this is the one I'm reading. Okay.
Ronald. Ari says, yeah, we usually start closer to 11, which would be 10 Ronald's time. And Ronald says, I thought that Dani shows up between 9 and 9:15, and Art shows up between 9:30 and 9:45. Dang, I'm late. Not you know it when we show up.
Ronald can't beat the Sabres because he's got COVID.
2 weeks in a row with no B-Saber Ronald.
Poor baby. Yeah. He knows feel well. Okay, we're ready now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Conversation Chair. I am your presenter, Dani, the Dopey Dame, and with me is my partner in crime, my wee bairn and co-presenter,
the fatigued, as usual. Melatonin is not helping.
If you have never been here before, we are here for your body doubling needs. We are here to keep you company. We are here to be your audio ambiance, your background sound.
I was zoned out. I missed it.
To keep you company while you are washing dishes, while you are doing laundry, while you are organizing your wife's office while she is asleep. And if you are in a slump because you're a professional hockey player and you've lost 3 games in a row, but then all of a sudden this girl comes to your game and insults you and it fires you up so much that you win, and then she comes to the next game and does it again and you win again, then we will be by your side as you go to ask her out.
But that's going to ruin it. If he asks her out, she won't insult him anymore. He'll stop winning.
And that last part was not part of my real life. That was part of the book that I am reading today called Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Sarah Nan.
Hit me with your best shot. Come on and hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
So, How are we doing today, people?
Tired.
Like that's anything new.
Yeah. I'm drinking the caffeine Crystal Light, so we'll see. And Ari's out here playing games on Beat Saber on Expert Plus. Ronald, we're this is
And yes, we're at number 20 already, Ronald. But honestly, that doesn't really count because it's number 20 of the conversation chair. But we did how many coffee clatches before this?
Oh yeah, what did we end on with the coffee clutch? Good morning, Kimberly.
I think we restarted the counting.
It was somewhere. What we were past 100, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we were somewhere past 100 before we rebranded. No, we rebranded on 100. That's what Ronald's saying. Because I feel like I remember some sort of like 100 episode extravaganza where we were both wearing wigs. Speaking of wigs,
yes, I am.
I like it. It looks better than I thought it was going to because just looking at the pictures that you showed me, I was like, that's too gray. That's gonna look cartoonish. And then you put it on, I'm like, it's more salt and pepper. Two, it blends in a lot better than I thought.
Yes, this is for those watching. This is two hair pieces. So we've got a bun and we've got the bangs.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have it too far back.
The bun too far back?
No, I feel like the whole business is too far back. Like maybe I should have pulled the bangs.
Yeah, you have a little baby bang right now.
Forward, but also, see, I could do this. Let's see. I could. Okay.
Let me turn my notifications off. Since Ari's determined to blow up my phone. Adjusting on camera.
Yes, I did this on purpose. Okay, so is that better?
Yes, I like that better. And I think it would look super cute if you put the little, like, because I think we both.
Ronald, you know this is not my actual hair. You know my hair is not quite that gray. I mean, I know I'm gray, but I'm not quite that gray.
Truly, that is the same thing that happened.
I'm concerned because if I turn to the side,
it looks good.
I don't know if I should just leave that or if I should put a scarf on.
I think it'll look really cute with the scarf. But that's also my vibe. I wear a lot of scarves.
I tried to make that my vibe, but it hardly ever works.
I was wearing a scarf yesterday that truly kept, because you know how like pull my hair back into the bun and then wrap the scarf around the bun, so we got the cute little like bun scarf back there. My bun kept falling out the whole day I was working yesterday. I was not happy about it. Also, speaking of Ronald thinking that's your real hair, the same thing happened to me when I was wearing that brown wig that you like. I went to work wearing that wig, and then I also went to the farmer's market wearing that brown wig, and I had at least two people. Yes, I really like that. I really like that. But I had at least two people that were like, "Oh, I thought that was your hair for a second." I'm like, "You know, I have an orange mohawk, a bright orange mohawk. What?" Yeah, I like the scarf a lot better. It's very cute.
Okay, it looks all right.
Yeah, it looks good. Chat confirm.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Ari. Thank you, Ronald. Y'all are so sweet. Oh, my chat is blank. All I've got.
Mine also went blank for a second. It I think they all commented at once, and so the chat freaked out. But let's see. Ari says Walmart's messing up his connection. I mean, that's what happens when you're on your phone at work. Kimberly says it's cute. Ronald. Ronald says it's serving.
It's serving. Don't
serving.
Don't trot out that alphabet mafia slang on me.
Ari also said it looks cute. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my wig today because I am going to be doing face paint and henna at the farmer's market today instead of working the table. And I'm doing all of this because there's one little girl that last season I was doing face paint. And she sat down, she wanted face paint, and then she got too scared for me to actually touch her face. I think it's just because I was a stranger. So she got too scared for me to actually touch her face, and so she wouldn't let me do the face paint on her. She's like, I'm nervous. And so then I put like a little bit of just like a little glitter on her nose, and she got so excited. And now every single week at the farmer's market, she comes by and she's like, "You're the face painter, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Are you doing face paint?" And I'm like, "I'm not doing face paint. Yeah, I'm going to do face paint a little bit later." And she's like, "Okay." And so she comes by and asks that every single week. And so last week I was able to tell her, "Don't forget, next week I'm doing face paint. So I'm going to have all of my face paint with me. I do face paint next week." So this is all because that one little girl comes every week and asks about the face paint. And I was like, I can do face paint one week. Just for her.
And how old is she?
She looks like she looks like she's like 6. Yeah. But she was...
Well, that's sweet. Yeah.
Yes. Because she comes up and says hi to me at the table every single time. And I showed her my nails, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, they're so sharp." And I was like, and I'm like, "Yeah." And then she came the next week, and she was like, "You still have the sharp fingers." She's like, "I gotta feel them before I leave." And I'm like, "Okay." So I stuck my hand out, and she like felt the little pointy. They're duller than they were, because they were like super sharp when I first got them, but now they're like just
Ronald.
They're more dull. She's 24.
Ronald, you're so bad.
But yeah, so I like, if I get some other face paint in Henna people, great. If not, then I did face paint for that one little girl, and I'll feel better about it.
Okay, so any other life updates you got going on?
Yes. What did I put in the chat? Let me go look at in the chat.
Might not make it until vacay. What?
Yes. Thank you. Because I'm exhausted. I'm truly exhausted.
Oh, you're talking about work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about work. Because remember, for anyone that I think
Well, don't get in trouble at work, Ari.
Right? Ooh,
Robin get fired before vacation.
Hello, Robin. And Robin also says that she loves your hair.
Oh, thank you.
So, if you're keeping up in the Discord, TLDR, my district manager lost his mind, and so everybody's quitting. And I can say that now because everybody's put in their 2 weeks. Everyone's quitting. We went from 4 store managers, 4 part-timers. This is not including the tailors. We have 2 tailors, but I think one of them might quit too. But we had 4 managers, 4 part-timers. We are now down to I believe it's by next week, I will be the only manager, and I have been there 6 months. 6 months.
It doesn't feel like it's been 6 months already. I swear it feels like it's been a month or 2.
I started very late February, maybe the beginning of March. So March, April, May, June, July, August. So I've been there less than 6 months. Worse. But thank you. But so we're down to me as the only like resident manager in that store. And then let's see. The one part-timer who asked for more pay and asked for a manager position and got denied, put in her 2 weeks. The college student is leaving. And then, yeah, so that leaves me and 2 part-timers. It's bad. It's a bad situation. And I also am planning on leaving because the district manager, like, he put himself in this position because 2 of the store managers asked to be applied to be assistant manager, and they kept put it off for like 2 months. And because from corporate perspective, if you have a store that's running, someone's asking to move to a position where you're going to have to pay them more money, but the job of that position is getting done right now anyway, why would you rush to move anybody up? Because the job is continuing to get done. So they put it off for forever, and now neither of them want the position. They're both gone. So to make sure that the store continues running, they're sending people from other stores to help us out, which means right now they're sending, which I was okay working at this job. Like, it was a little tiring, but I was okay working at this job until he done lost his mind.
I am the opposite, Robin. Even if I hate my job, I'm not looking for another job. I am just gritting my teeth and seeing how long I can hold out, because I do not interview well. I have never interviewed well. I have trouble getting people to understand that I can do the job.
Mm-hmm.
So the majority of the jobs that I have gotten have either been because I know somebody who works there, or and you would think know somebody would get you a good job. No, know but somebody gets you just like entry level job. But
Mm-hmm.
either I know somebody, or I it's something like the early days of customer service where they will take anybody
Yeah.
because they have such a high
Until they become
turnover.
established. Yeah.
The early days of call centers, I want to say,
Yeah.
especially here in this area where we didn't used to have a bunch of call centers, and now we're practically call center central.
I
And
am never gonna work in a call center again.
the only way I would work, they say never, and at this point, the only way I would work at a call center is if I just desperately needed some money, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a call center job where they like train you for 2 or 3 weeks and you get paid for the training. I drop in for those 2 or 3 weeks
And dip out.
to get a paycheck and then dip out
Yeah,
because
that's
I hate call center work.
that's how I feel about fast food. Like, if I am desperate to make money, if
Mm-hmm.
it looks like we are about to be kicked out of our house, then
Mm-hmm.
because I know based on my experience, I could get a fast food job truly so fast,
Mm-hmm.
making probably 15 an hour. I could probably swing talking them into it, but it is draining. But so
Mm-hmm.
they're sending people from other stores to come help us out, and the person they restart. So the one manager, so it's me, the other manager who's like my friend who's hung out outside of work, and then the other manager who's like a younger guy who's
Mm-hmm.
younger than Isaac. Um, the younger guy manager got truly fed up, and one day like finished out his shift and then sent an email to the district manager saying, "This is my resignation effective immediately. I'm not coming in tomorrow." And so they sent yes, he was done. And both me and the other manager were like, "Why'd you do it like this? Now they're gonna call us in the morning." But I had stuff to do, so I was not coming in, and the other manager was out of town, so she was not coming in. And so they pulled in a manager from the next closest store, which is about an hour away, and he comes in, and this man, this man, I this man is the reason that I might end up quitting before the vacation, because I'm trying to stay until after the vacation so that I can use my PTO, because I have about 20 hours of PTO. So I'm trying to stay until after the vacation so I can use my PTO. This man might make me quit before then. He is so one, he's a misogynist. Like he came into the store, like he came in and opened door. I had to go, first of all, and unlock the door because the other manager didn't leave his key. And so I had to go and unlock the door early in the morning, go back, come back in, and I come to work my shift, and he is walking around talking to truly every other male in the store until he was forced to talk to me because I was the only manager. So he had to talk to me. Yes, this man Ari. And then so one, he's just a misogynist. Two, he is so arrogant. Like I truly think that he thought that coming into our store was his own version of Kitchen Nightmares, where he goes in and he's like, "This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, you're not doing this right, you're not doing this right, or we do this right at our store." And I'm like, you have to stop. I see stuff going on in the chat and I'm gonna read it, but I'm on a roll right now. He just going around telling us how everything in the store is wrong. And so I'm like, okay, we're probably gonna be working with this man for at least the rest of the week. I'm just going to try to level the playing field. You're telling me I don't know stuff. I've been a manager for less than 6 months. I don't know stuff. And so I'm like, okay, there's one thing that I'm saying. So there's one thing that he was like looking for. It's like our like sales report thing or whatever, where we put like our appointments for the day and the sales for the day or whatever. And he's like, "Where's the sales report paper?" And I'm like, "I'll go look for it." So I like low-key text my manager friend. I was like, "Where's the sales report paper?" Because I don't do that. I don't do the sales report paper. I was trained to do the basics of open the store, make sure the store doesn't burn down, close the store. That's all. That was basically all of my manager training. I was not like, I was trained a little bit on how to handle all of the like the excess like paperwork. Send this to this manager. Send this to this corporate. Blah blah blah. But not really. And so I like text her. I'm like, "Where's this paper?" And she's like, "Oh, it's in this drawer." And so I open the drawer. I get it, and I'm like, and there's no new sheets on it. So I go onto our little website because we have 45 different websites for all these pages and stuff. So I go onto the website, print off new pages, and I'm like, okay, I've got the sales report paper. And he's like, oh, actually, that's the old one. And I'm like, okay, where's the new one? He's like, well, they were supposed to have emailed it to you. They emailed it to me. I'm like, okay. So I go look at my email. And I'm like, I can't find this email. Can you help me find the email? And he's like, well, I saved mine. I'm like, okay, can you print it off? And he's like, we'll just use the old one for now. And I'm like, then what was all that about? What was the point of that, actually?
All that rigmarole.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay, so can you, because I originally said, here's the paperwork. Where do I find the information to fill it out? And then he went through this whole thing of, well, that's the old one. And so we circle back around to, okay, we're just going to use the old one. And then I'm like, okay, so we've circled back to, can you show me where to find the information to fill this out? And he's like, oh, well, what's your division of responsibility? You're supposed to, like, you don't know how to do this? And I'm like, I am business ops. I have not been taught how to do this. And I explained to him, I have been taught the bare basics of being manager because I desperately needed a manager when I got hired. And he's like, oh, well, you should have been taught how to do this. All the managers in my store know. And I'm like, okay, but we don't know how to do this. So can you show me how? And he's like, we'll work on it later. And we never did. And so I'm like, then what was the point of all of the stuff if we're not even going to fill it out?
Of flaunting your knowledge and flaunting how much better you are at the job.
And he did that with so much stuff. And then he truly, like, every member of my store ended up messaging me or talking to me about, like, tell me he's not coming back. And I'm like, he is. He's going to be here Wednesday through Saturday, the whole rest of this week, because that's what Tommy was scheduled for. Because they, like, he also did this thing where he did, like, zoning, where he sets some of the part-timers on doing rentals, and then we as managers, I got told, I got fussed at for working on a rental. We were busy that day. Like, it was like prom season busy. We were busy that Saturday. And I was walking around helping, because that's what we do in our store, is just the next available person goes to help the next customer that needs assistance. And he was like, no, you need to not be wasting your time on rentals. You have part-timers zoned for that. You need to be running the floor. And I'm like, okay, what does running the floor entail?
This is starting to sound like Are You Being Served? Have you ever seen that show?
No.
It's an old British show from the 70s. And it's it all takes place in this like department store. But it's all this one. It's meant to be like a bigger department store, but all you're seeing is like the one section of the department store. You see people come up and down in the elevator, and there's like a women's section over here, and there's a men's section over here, and it's like, well, no, you can't walk over into the women's section, even though it's one big room, with a space in the middle. But like, if somebody over here needs help, somebody over here is not allowed to walk over there.
And that is why I quit working at Ingles. That's why I quit working at Ingles, because remember, I was in overnight soccer at Ingles, but so our night manager would order a certain amount of merchandise for us to put away. He like would look at the inventory, order a certain amount of merchandise for us to put away. We're on a whole sidebar. Order a certain amount of merchandise for us to put away, and then we finish, and then one of the higher up managers above him would order more merchandise, not tell him. So we were overloaded overnight. We're putting stuff away. I started at like, I was supposed to get off at 7 in the morning. I couldn't remember. I think I went at like 9 p.m. or whatever. I was supposed to stop at 7 in the morning. There were multiple days where I did not leave until afternoon because we were still putting stuff away. And the morning stockers would come in, but would not put anything away. They're like, oh, this is leftover from night stocking. We're not touching that. And they just walk around sipping their little Starbucks coffee and blah, blah, blah. And
that is so rude.
Exactly. I'm like, we all work at the store. We are all stockers. What are you doing? Do your job. Help. I'm not supposed to be here right now.
Rude.
Anyway, so he did zoning, and he's like, oh, you don't waste your time. I also didn't like the way that he said, like, don't waste your time. Like, rentals,
like you're better than the part-timers.
Yes. It was bad. But he's like, don't waste your time working at rentals. You're supposed to be running the floor. And I'm like, okay, so what does running the floor entail? And he's like, well, answering the phone and like vacuuming, but not vacuuming right now. You don't want to vacuum all those customers in the store. And I'm like, so far you've told me that I need to.
I'm supposed to walk around.
Yeah, I'm supposed to walk around and wait for the phone to ring. And if somebody comes in the store and they're waiting, I'm supposed to say, I'm sorry, I can't help you. One of the part-timers will get to you, and then stand there and like stare her in the eyes while she's working up her bad review. Like, what? This is like, I have calmed down. This is me calmed down from the day that I worked with him. I sent no less than 6 angry voice messages to like 5 different people about working with this man while I was still on shift. I was on my break sending these messages.
Oh Lord.
It was so, because like, I understand like running the floor. Okay, yes, I need to, like, if I'm the manager, I'll be prepared to answer the phone. But when I'm running the floor as a manager, because I hate working with a manager that doesn't do anything.
Yes.
So when I'm running the floor,
most people hate that.
Yes.
Most people hate that.
And so when I'm running the floor as manager, I'm helping part-timers, or not part-timers, I'm helping rentals, I'm helping retail people, but I'm also like, I will like walk around, I'm like, hi, I'm Artemis, blah, 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 and then somebody will be like, hey, Artemis, can you come do this return? And I'm like, so sorry, I'm the only manager on the floor today. Here is a thing that you can look at until I get back. Like, here's the thing you can look for until I get back. Like, set the customer on, like, give the customer some information. I'll go do my little thing, and I'll come back. And then somebody else will be like, oh, there's somebody on the phone that needs help with something. I'll maybe pass them off to a part-timer or something. But I am constantly like helping customers in the store while also doing my job of answering the phone and doing returns and all of that stuff. But he like, I'm so angry. And then I'm like, sorry, I'm getting angry again. And I kept like asking him, because I really am trying to understand, like, okay, you're saying I'm supposed to be running the floor. What all am I supposed to be doing? Because so far you have said stand and take cash payments and answer the phone. But when no one needs to pay out and the phone is not ringing, what do I do? Because right now we are busy. We have 2 part-timers and no one is checking out right now. The phone is not ringing. So we are standing while that couple is waiting. There was a couple waiting in front of us. We are standing while that couple is waiting. Why am I not helping them? And also, while he's in the store, I'm not the manager on duty. He is. Like, what? Anyway.
Crazy.
Yes. And he kept saying, I'm not going to say one of the things that he said because it involves his name. And so you like, I'll send a Discord message. Honestly, I might try to compile all the voice messages that I sent to everybody that day and just put it in a big Discord message. But he literally said to me, and this is gonna wrap up the whole thing. He literally said to me, I learned to stop questioning corporate a long time ago. He said, if corporate asks me to do anything, I will do it. And I'm like,
if they ask you to jump, you ask how high.
Yes, I understand doing your job. I understand following your rules. If you never question authority, we cannot be, no, absolutely not. Never question authority, even besides the frightening implications of never questioning authority. Like, you're not ever planning on moving up. He said he's worked in the company for 13 years, and he said, I don't question them because I've got kids to feed and blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, they're not going to fire you for saying, hey, actually, you told us to do zoning, but we don't have enough people for that, so we have to do it a different way. Like, all the customers are still getting help. Your job is still getting done just because you didn't do it.
And the fact is, corporate is not standing there in the store with you right then. So corporate may want zoning, but the practical matter is there's people standing there who need help, and they would prefer not to get a bad review. So whatever you can do to not get a bad review, the zoning can go out the window.
Yes, I truly think, because he said the phrase men's warehouse Bible. I truly think that he thinks the corporate is looking down upon him like God. And if he does something wrong, they know.
They're going to see it.
Exactly. Because because when I kept asking about like, well, what do I do about the person that's standing right there, and I don't have any of my corporate stuff to do right now, so why can I, or my like manager stuff to do right now, why can we help us? And he's like, well, people need to learn to wait. You need to really just like, I don't know how y'all do it over here in North Carolina, but over in our state, you just have an honest conversation with someone about you're just gonna have to wait for the person to be able to help you. And I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
Like, what? First of all, your state is not far enough away from mine for you to be able to say that. You are an hour across the border. You are not far enough away from me to be able to say that. Second of all, like, okay, yeah. I'm gonna finish the rant because we have other things to talk about. All I want to say is I have a plethora of good reviews on our Men's Warehouse Google. If anybody has some free time, go take a look at the Men's Warehouse Google in Asheville. You will see my name up and down those reviews for the last 5 months that I've been working here. We're done. I'm done talking. Because I keep feeling myself wanting to say more things, and I'm like, let me not say something in case it comes back on me.
Okay, your neighbor's moving out?
Yes, my downstairs neighbor is moving out. She is moving for work. She works in banking, I believe. But she's moving for work. But the reason I put that in there was so that I would remember to say that she is selling her washer and dryer for $100 total. So I happened to run into her one day, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't seen your car here for a while."
You have washer and dryer connections in your apartment?
Yeah.
Oh, I
We
didn't
have
know.
washer and dryer connections, but right now our washer and dryer room, our little laundry room, is being used as storage because we have not had a washer and dryer. So she is selling washer and dryer for $100 total, which is unheard of. Because she can't take it.
Cool. Is that the neighbor who helped you during the storm? Where y'all worked together during the storm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's moving, I think, somewhere up north or something, but far enough away that that it's not feasible.
That it's too much trouble to take the washer and dryer. Yeah.
So I'm very excited because I'll be able to do laundry in my house for the first time since I've lived with you instead of going to the laundry.
I know. I know. I was just thinking about that. This is the first time you've actually had your own washer and dryer since college.
Yes. So that was all that is. I'm very excited. I'm going to go catch up on these comments because I know there was interesting stuff that was being said. Let's see. Robin said something. Let's see. I worked in a retirement home for over 20 years. Then I worked at some kind of like 7-Eleven. Basically had to run the place by myself. No. If I'm set in a position where I'm running and working by myself, I am out the door so fast. No, ma'am.
That's why you're leaving Men's Warehouse because they're
exactly
by yourself.
Because I'm either by myself or they're sending help from hell.
Oh, Lord.
Had poo thrown at my head. Oh, no, that wasn't at the retirement home. When I was a custodian at an elementary school, there was a second grader who would routinely, like once a week, maybe, go into the bathroom, poop on the floor, stomp it in with his feet, like stomp it into the grout with his feet. And I had to get on my hands and knees and scrub it out of the floor.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, if we know which child this is and know that he's doing this, why has no one had a conversation? Because, like, I know that I'm not one of the teachers, but, like, I was going to school for education. Like, someone needs to have either a conversation with this child or look into his home life. Why is he pooping on the floor?
Okay, so do you have any market stuff before we move into yarny, crafty thoughts?
Not outside. Well, I've got... Today I'm vending instead of working the market like I normally do. And then, is that next week? No, that's way later. So I don't have anything coming up in the immediate. No. But next Tuesday, we are recording episodes 2 and 3 of Error 313. If we have new people so I can introduce them. Hello, new people. It was, who do we have here? We've got Robin and Kimberly. New people, Robin and Kimberly. Sorry, I'm bad with names. I had to scroll up for a minute. I am a voice actor in an audio drama. It's so, I know, mind blowing.
You're so highfalutin.
I'm so highfalutin. I know it's hard to believe considering the voice that you just heard in all of the ranting, but I promise I can clean it up and lock in. I'm a voice actor in an audio drama called Error 313. It is on Spotify. I believe it's also on Apple Music and YouTube Music. But
for free, because
for free.
Spotify charges for audiobooks. So
Yes, yeah, it's set up like a podcast, so you can listen to it for free. But yeah, it's very fun. It's about a person in an experiment. They don't know what the experiment is. They don't know why they're there, and they have an AI assistant who is helping them out. And lots of twists and turns and secrets and things. And season 2 is going to be coming out, I believe, at the end of this year, if not the beginning of next year. Since we finished season 1, and then we have sponsors, which is crazy. We have sponsors that are paying us money. So yeah, go listen to it. It's fun. Okay, I'm done with that.
So are we ready to move on to Yarny Crafty Thoughts?
Yes.
Okay. Do I want to just get the Yarnspiration stuff out of the way off the top of the...
Go ahead. I did not know the Yarnspiration
Huh?
stuff. I don't know what it is. What Yarnspiration stuff?
Did you say yes?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so I just 2 quick Yarnspiration things, since I'm the only one who subscribes to Yarnspiration's emails.
Yep.
I got a preview email on Sunday saying that they were dropping a new all-in-one yarn.
Ronald, you hearing this?
Yeah, Ronald already responded to the comment that I put up on the community tab when I got that. As soon as I got the email, I put it up on the community tab, said don't let me forget to mention it.
Ronald says I signed up and then unsub very fast. Yeah, I can sign up for the Yarnspirations emails. That does not mean that I'm going to read them.
Yeah, I mean, out of all, I signed up for a lot of email things. Mm-hmm. I go through these periods where when I'm unemployed or when I have downtime, I feel like, oh, I'll have time to read all these newsletters, and I sign up for a bunch of stuff. And then when I get a job and life gets busier again, I'm like, what was I thinking? Mm-hmm. And and then I'm like, oh no, my email box is full. But this last time, I think it was roughly about a year ago, I went inbox 0 and deleted everything in my Gmail.
So much anxiety.
Went down to just nothing in my Gmail. And then anytime stuff came in that was like, and then I was diligently unsubscribing to stuff. So now my email is more manageable.
My email doesn't even tell me how many unread emails I have. It just says 99 plus and stops.
But yeah, exactly. But all that is to say that the Yarnspirations is one of the few that is a useful email to me that I actually look at when I get, because I like a lot of the free patterns that Yarnspirations offers. I am a big user. Ronald says we're him. I am a big user of Yarnspirations. Yarn.
Don't mess with it. I'm fixing it. Don't mess with it.
Thank you. I am a big user of Yarnspirations yarn. So let me see if there's a way I can make this bigger. Wait a minute.
Just pop it out into a new window. Yeah, do that. I'm going to remove it from the scene in case you see all your emails.
No.
Okay, we're good. I didn't know if it was going to show that or show just your emails.
Okay. So they have a new yarn called Quilt Motif All-in-One.
Ooh, I kind of love it though.
Okay, so it's quilt style striped stitches. Ooh. You get 5 squares per skein. So these are like bigger squares.
Not me thinking that it was going to be something other than granny squares.
No, it's bigger square. Well, it's kind of, because these aren't really granny squares. This part shows you really what you're getting.
Yeah, it's color pooling, Ronald.
Because you see the stripes,
mm-hmm.
and then if you see this section here, you see how you can take the squares and reorganize them mm-hmm. to put them. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
You can reorganize the squares to make it look like it's one big granny square or whatever.
So I want this, but I want it to be set up so I can just make the blanket. I don't want to make squares and sew them together. I just want to make the blanket. I want them to set up a color pooling yarn that I don't have to do the math on, that just makes a blanket.
So for me, I feel like the only thing you would want to make out of this is a blanket or a pillow.
Mm-hmm. Ronald says, or some pants, which I feel like.
What did he say? Pants?
Yeah, because you know the girlies out here making the granny square pants. You could have some like pants. I think that would be cute.
So yeah, that's pretty, because they only feature 2 patterns, blanket and pillow. So I figure that's all you're going to end up with this yarn. Although it says view collection.
I think view collection is just going to be the colorways. Did it pull it up in another window? Because we're still looking at your email. Ah, it's gone.
Well, I switched it.
No, it said connection lost. You'll have to bring it in again.
Okay.
We don't understand how technology.
I switched too many times. It got cranky.
Ronald says he might buy a skein, but he still has so many skeins of flower power left.
See, the flower power appeals to me more than the original Granny Square All-in-One, but I still haven't even finished that original Granny Square All-in-One.
I love that first colorway. That is
what this one with the teal and the yellow.
Yes. That is screaming 70s to me, and I love it.
But yeah, you see, this is pretty much blankets. This is what you're making out of this. Yeah. Is a blanket.
And like, I imagine that it might be, that one is like, it looks like a magic eye.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, it says it's illusion.
Okay.
Quilt.
And that, like, what was I saying? Circle back. No, I lost it. I was saying something. Oh, I was going to say, I imagine people would probably think this is easier to make a pattern blanket, but you're probably still going to have to do all of the, like, the math that everybody did with the other all-in-ones of, like, actually, you only do 1 stitch here, and if it's, like, running low, then you add 2 stitches, and blah, 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 which I don't want to have to think that much about making sure my colors line up correctly.
Yeah. So they've got more colors than I expected.
I love that one colorway, though. I might get some skeins of that and not use it as the...
And that one's called Nostalgia. All of them have names like Cultured, Heirloom, Relic, Lineage. So they're all names like that mean old.
Yeah.
Basically. Enduring, Nostalgia, Authentic, Classic, Cherished, Roots, Vintage, and Epoch. So these are all words that just mean in the past.
Yeah, I like the one. The rest of them I could maybe give or take. But that one I want to get.
Yeah, there's nothing in these colors that really inspire me. I kind of like the classic because it's got shades of blue.
Mm-hmm.
Blue is not really my favorite color, but because blue is your father's favorite color, a lot of times I gravitate towards blue stuff if I'm going to make something like a blanket, especially.
Mm-hmm. Ronald says these are some college degree words. Ooh, and Ronald says, ooh, nice.
Quilt motif. Yeah, you're not feeling the quilt motif, huh?
Mm.
The other thing, let me see if I still have the email, is that we know that Wednesday is coming back. The television show Wednesday, and that means Yarn Inspirations felt the need to trot out their black and white.
Mm-hmm.
I must not have saved the email because I don't see it. Oh, I did save the email. Never mind.
Out here making snoods that are not snoods.
But they are... Did it switch?
Yes. Sorry, I was looking at the things that I had in the list.
So yeah, they're back in their bag with the Wednesday themed. I'm assuming the girl on the left, because I didn't watch the first season of Wednesday, but I'm getting all the TikTok ads.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one I got was like Wednesday is talking about doom scrolling, and then all of a sudden this other girl in pink
That's her
and
roommate. Enid.
sparkles busts into the video. So I assume that this on the left is inspired by
The roommate.
the sparkly girl, and
Mm-hmm.
on the right is Wednesday. And so
I'm
they've
excited to
got.
watch it though, because Chloe and Isaac and I watched it together.
I thought I might watch it, but you know my um let's pull the collection up. You know my resistance to
Overhyped stuff.
yes, my resistance to overhyped stuff.
Let's see
So
what we
this
got.
is their new pattern roundup for Wednesday.
So these are just patterns that they already had, but feel like they would fit into the Wednesday vibe. It seems.
I think so. Yeah. Because especially the black and white check stuff, I remember from when they put these out when the first season of Wednesday was dropped.
I also liked it, Robin. I very much enjoyed it, and I'm excited to watch the new one. I don't know when I'm going to watch the new season, but I am very excited to watch it.
I'm sure I probably would like it, just like I would like The Gilded Age and Downton Abbey and a lot of other things. But there's just something in me that when something gets overhyped, I don't watch it right away.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't start watching.
Ooh, Ronald, you're right.
There are TV shows that I'm watching now that came out that started 5 years ago, 7 years ago, because the hype has completely died down and everybody has moved on. And all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, this would be interesting, like Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and
Yeah.
I knew I would watch.
I knew you would like that show. I don't know why you waited.
Everybody knew I would like that, but it's just so. Now that this whole show has wrapped up and nobody's talking about it, all of a sudden I'm interested in watching it. I mean, every once in a while I'm in the mood to watch something, usually like a reality show type thing. I'm in the mood because, like, when I started getting stuff in my feed about Love Island USA, it was like, okay, people are talking about it. Let me go watch it. And I didn't watch it all the way to the end, but I did watch a good bit of it. So I got sick of it. And that was around the time that I stopped getting a bunch of TikToks in my feed about it too. So I don't know. It's just weird that way. With reality shows, if everybody's talking about it, it's kind of like I want to be in the know. But when it's just a regular drama or something, I'm like, I can watch that later.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. Let's see. Ronald is saying, looking at this up, all at color work though, which I agree, because I love that black and white check sweater vest. I love that. Am I going to do that and weave all those ends in? I still have that hat. You know the bun hat that I made that use Red Heart Super Saver retro stripe, and it says FAE on it because I like wrote it out. It says FAE on it.
Yeah.
I wear that hat truly like maybe once every 2 weeks. I still have not woven in the ends for that. I just tuck it under my hat and no one will see. Color work. It gets me. Robin is saying, I'm waiting until the second part comes out. I'm going to watch it for my birthday in September. Ooh, see, that's a good plan. Because I don't want to wait. I don't like waiting weekly for episodes. That gets me. So I'm probably going to wait for it to all come out and then watch it all at once. Because I like to binge stuff. And then I have a thing to watch for this week instead of I love watching Josh Johnson stand-up specials and Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. But the fact that those only come out every week because I binged the whole backlog of Last Week Tonight. And so I'm like, I guess I'm waiting until next Monday. And then Josh Johnson specials come out on Tuesday. Honestly, I have a decent lineup for the week. I've got Last Week Tonight on Monday, Josh Johnson special on Tuesday, the, Cloudward Ho, the Dimension 20 show, comes out on Wednesday. And then I think the Adventuring Party for that comes out on either Thursday or Friday. So
this is starting to sound like media consumption.
I've got a fairly decent lineup. Yeah, let's circle back. What I Yeah, yarny crappy.
We're supposed to be next up now that we've covered Yarn Inspirations news. Um, I was having some thoughts on my stitching plans for the rest of the year.
Robin, put a picture of the Wednesday doll in Discord. I want to see it.
Have you been having those kind of thoughts?
Circle back, repeat your words because I was looking at what Robin said. Have I been having what thoughts?
Your stitching thoughts for the rest of the year. Stitching plans for the rest of the year.
I think I just don't think of stitching that way. I think of like projects that I want to do and projects that I practically should do.
Mm-hmm.
So not really. Like I know that I have I've got the crochet along that I'm not going to pull up my crochet along. I have not gotten enough significant amount of work. I think I'm going to be working on this sweater on the boat.
No.
I just don't ever
start in June because you won't have to work on it.
Yeah. And then what happens is we think, oh man, we're so excited. We're starry-eyed. We're like, we're going to do all this stuff and get ready on the boat. We get started. And then between June and September, my life explodes every year. And then we get on the boat. It happens every year.
No.
I don't know what it is about the like late July, early August era of every year that my life truly explodes every time. So we'll see. I'm hoping that I can get it done. So I have not gotten any significant work done on that, but I did do some coloring.
Yeah, I think about what I want to do. Now, do I stick to it? We know I don't. But I think about it. And my thoughts so far for this year are August is pretty much whatever accessories I'm making for
the boat.
For vacation. And September first week, August first week of September, because we're not leaving first week of September like we usually do. We're leaving like second week of September. So right up until we leave, I'm trying to just stick to stuff that is for this trip. Okay. And then I've set myself a lofty goal, which we'll get to in a minute. But then after we come back,
I could be working on it right now. I'm gonna do that.
Hopefully after we come back, usually by the time we come back from our vacation is when fall weather has truly set in North Carolina. Oh my goodness. And so
I got a cute pride sticker.
And so I will probably finish up your father's blanket. I need to clean my bedside table so I can find my other set of lost socks. I know there's somewhere on that bedside table. But I want to finish your father's blanket. I want to finish the 6-day star blanket because those are like a ball. Both those are pretty much a ball or two away from being done. Mm-hmm. So I want them to be done so I can stop thinking about them. And then I guess I'll move back to the
Avatar blanket?
The Avatar blankets and try to work on those for the rest of the year. That's my thought.
Yeah, my plan is
I have a feeling that somewhere between the finishing your father's blanket and the star blanket and the Avatar blankets, I will probably
find another project you want to work on.
I'll probably find something that I want to work on because I have had some cross stitch on the brain. Mm-hmm. So
I went through my cross stitch phase and I'm done. I had that plastic canvas and I did a little bit of cross stitching and now I'm done. That's
how I feel. I want to buy some little kit or something from Hirschner's so that I can get it out of my system. Because there's a part of me that feels like I think my vision has gone south to the point where I don't think I could do tiny cross stitch like I used to do. I would have to do some sort of plastic canvas situation. But I want to try just to see if I can still do it.
Ooh, let's catch Robin up. So I got the notification on my watch that you posted in the Discord. This yarn is the last yarn that I bought from Joann's before they closed. And I have, I think, just enough skeins to finish. I'm making myself a cardigan. I think I have just enough skeins to finish making myself a hexagon cardigan. Woo! Shorted out, fully shorted out. I discovered last time that I showed this that I accidentally got 2 different colorways. So this one, like, there's 2 different colorways in here, but because it's so like rainbow and speckly, you're not gonna see it. 2, the Avatar blanket is a blanket that she promised to my younger sisters who are twins. She promised them both big Avatar blankets. So like one big square of the fire symbol, another big square of the earth symbol, another big square of the water symbol, another big square of the air symbol. She promised them these blankets 10 years ago.
I don't know how long ago they graduated from high school.
Graduated from high school. Okay. So if they're 4 years younger than me, then we can assume that they graduated 4 years after me. About. So 10 years ago. 10 years ago, she promised them.
It can't be 10 years ago.
It's, I mean, I'm assuming fairly generous math. 10 years ago. Because I graduated in 2011, which if they're 4 years younger than me and did school the same way that I did, or close enough, then that is 2015. And that is 10 years ago, actually.
No. No.
Ronald in the chat also explaining the Avatar blanket is an ongoing whip from like 20 years ago.
Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. You stop being so mean to me.
Yeah, you didn't know that twins, Ronald? The way Ronald is just learning stuff about our family that I definitely thought we had mentioned before. Yeah, my 2 younger sisters are twins, and then there's Isaac.
Okay.
Isaac and I are the bookends, and then there's the twins in the middle.
Okay, I was going to bring up a picture of the Avatar blanket for Robin since she's new. Good Lord Jesus.
Yeah, where are you gonna find that?
Oh no, I mean I have a picture from the pattern page.
Oh, okay.
It's just I have like
Robin says, what is time? 10 years ain't nothing. I mean, that's what it is according to my mother, apparently.
Okay, that's wrong. 10 years is awful. Where is it? I know it's here. Oh my gosh.
So while you're pulling that up, I'm going to show what I was coloring. Unless you desperately don't want me to.
Well, we're going to do coloring pages in a minute.
Yes, but we're waiting for... See, this is what I was arguing with my manager at work for. We're going to do coloring pages in a minute, but what are we doing right now? We're sitting here. We're doing nothing. I could be helping customers.
You could be helping customers.
I could be helping
the customers in the chat.
Ronald says,
okay, I got it. It's right here. Let me just pull it in.
Okay, you pull that up. I'm reading Ronald's comment. Ronald says, y'all always discuss what you're drinking, and usually I only drink tepid tap water. Ew. So I don't say anything. But today I have a special drink. Gatorade Light Strawberry Kiwi. Gatorade Light Strawberry Kiwi. Let me pull it.
Fancy.
You love a strawberry kiwi.
Fancy.
There we go.
So this is the blanket I am attempting to make, Robin. I am not very far.
I'm sure you're wondering, well, how many squares have you completed, Dani? Not very far. You've completed 1 square, maybe. Haven't sewn anything together, maybe 1.5 square. No, she has completed no square. She has started the fire square 4 different times in 4 different methods.
The fire square is the red and black one in the bottom right corner.
It looks just like flames, mother. Everyone knows.
Well, I mean, just in case you're not an Avatar fan.
but it looks like fire.
I'm just saying.
Gatorade and Pedialyte. Ah, that's where the light
Because
comes from.
he needs the electrolytes because he be a sick boy.
He's perishing.
He is perishing.
Not Robin with the old school emoticon face.
But yeah.
That's honestly, Ronald. It's
it
literally
would be
red.
really nice. And I asked my daughter just recently, like a few months ago, like, are you still a fan of this show? Do you still want this blanket?
She has a tattoo up from it.
Thinking that she would say no. But of course she said yes. So
Wild.
So I need to try to get it done because it's one of those things that, like the sword of Damocles, it's hanging over my head.
I still think that you should delegate work out. There we go, perfect. I think that you should delegate work out and you work on one square, I'll work on another square. We'll teach Ari to crochet, he'll work on another square. Ronald already knows how to crochet and I believe in him and I know he loves color work and weaving it in so much. So he'll work on another square and then we'll all
Ronald, they are not having children.
I mean, you don't know.
Each of them have said to me separately, ain't no kids passing this threshold, so I am not going to be around, which is fine with me because we all know I don't like children. But
I have given you 2 grand dogs that you refuse to acknowledge.
Grand dogs, good Lord. I don't like animals either.
So if I had kids, you would refuse to acknowledge them?
No,
you don't like dogs?
I would acknowledge them.
Then acknowledge my dogs.
I wouldn't be one of those grandmothers who is like, why doesn't grandma like me?
Acknowledge my dogs. Do you even know my dogs' names? I say them all the time.
I do not.
I say them all the time. I bet Ronald knows my dogs' names. I say my dogs' names all the time.
I honestly cannot remember your dogs' names. To be fair, I don't know Terry's cat's names either. The last animal that Terry had that I remember the name of was Gonzo, and that dog died over 10 years ago.
Shame. Ronald says, please stop her from saying I don't like animals. I can feel the unsubs from here. This is why we don't have followers, because you keep saying you don't like animals.
Herschel and Metaphor are the dogs' names.
Ronald!
Okay, so the saga of the crochet along.
Yes.
Before we get too far along. Okay.
We've already lost the plot. Continue.
So she's working on her sweater. That is her only thing that she's working on.
Yep.
My only thing that I was working on was my red topper. What do they call them these days? Shrugs, sleeves, whatever.
Shrug sleeve thing.
Whatever they call them. I was making one to go over my black dress because the colors were black and red. Mm-hmm. Right?
And then sometime within the last week.
This is as far as I have gotten. You see, we've got the neck hole, and this is how far I got on the sleeve. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to take myself out of the camera for a second because I want to try this on and show you the problem.
Okay.
So I'm just going to disable my camera for just a second, but I am still here.
It's me. I'm here.
I just don't want to show myself getting dressed because that's just...
Well, while you're getting dressed, I'm trying to decide what wig I want to wear to market today, and I'm thinking about stealing Colette's wig. But the problem with Colette's wig is Colette's wearing a cute Party City wig, which looks very cute on her. Colette's wearing a cute Party City wig, but that wig, if I'm not careful, you can see the weft straight through that thing because that is a Party City wig.
Okay, so
swap them.
So let me. It is, as you can see, it's too bunched up under here. And as you can see, this is way over here.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, it's also, like, off your shoulder, like, adjusted over.
So, that's a little bit better, but this is honestly stretching it. and I don't like this bunching
Okay.
under here.
Do you think you
Okay.
started the sleeve too big, or what do you think is causing it?
Well, you'll find out in a second. Let me take myself out of here. So, as we did the poll, apparently I'm the only one who bought anything red.
I haven't bought anything yet because we weren't close enough yet.
Your father comes to me last week and says, I think we should change it back to black and white because that would be easier for everybody. And I'm like, well, I bought red yarn and a red belt, but okay, let me poll everybody first. Ah! Robin!
Faux outrage.
So that'll be easy. I'm like, well, I've already bought stuff, but okay, let me poll everybody because maybe everybody else has already bought red stuff too. No, apparently nobody else has bought red stuff.
We were all going to, but like it's not close enough, I think.
So nobody else has bought red stuff. So it's like, okay, we're switching back to black and white. Okay. So fine. So I took a project that Maya made for vacation 2 vacations ago, and she turned out she didn't like it. So I frogged it.
And tell them how good I weaved in those ends. Tell them how good I weaved in the ends.
I had to hunt. I had to use scissors, honestly, because I had no patience. Because I feel the time beating down on me, and I was like, I am not wasting a whole Saturday trying to unravel these ends neatly. So I found the knot where the end was, and it's like, snip.
Let's see, Robin says the only clothes that I've made is a hat and the dress for the Wednesday doll.
I don't usually make outfits for myself. Yeah, she made that skirt that the mannequin's wearing. I don't usually make outfits for myself. That's why we started this crochet along situation.
If you don't remember my dog's names, I will grow to accept that. You better call Colette by her name. Not the mannequin. You better call Colette by her name.
She's new here. Robin's new here. She doesn't know the mannequin's name is Colette.
We just refer to her as Colette. I'm sure she'll learn. Robin is a learned woman.
So, who is saying they will make those avatar squares so fast? Who was that?
Ronald. Also, I will totally make one of them avatar squares and I'll do it fast, honey. Right, Ronald. How very
he is very fast. He is speedy. Okay, so I took my stuff out, and so now I've got this.
Let me know when you're ready for me to pull the camera back up, because right now it's just me crocheting away.
Crochet, crochet, crochet.
I wonder if I can find a picture of what the top looked like originally. Let me pull you back up. Oh, you got it.
So now we've got this, which
it's already looking better. Yeah, it's looking wider.
I made it wider, and I made it longer than even the girl in the video. This is a different pattern that I'm using. And I went all the way to like the armpits for the width here. And I'm almost done because if you see the back, I only have one more.
Ronald says you work fast too, Dani.
I have like 3 more rows to do on this. I started this on Saturday, I think. Saturday or Sunday. Okay, so I have this much done. Let's take me back out. So I'm using a different pattern. I'm using that second pattern that we showed last week.
Hello, we got everybody in the chat today. That is, is that an I or is that an L that looks like an I in my chat? Is that the Siam cat?
It's Siam.
Okay.
Siam from Red Dice Games. Hi, Siam.
Sorry, you're on my TV all the way over there. I cannot see.
I think it is evening for Siam because they're in Scotland. Um,
I just fitted two men that are going to a wedding in Scotland at Men's Warehouse. They both got tuxes. They were so cute.
so yeah, as you can see, I only have like 2 or 3 rows left on the
Mm-hmm.
back part of this to make it even with the front.
That's gonna be
And
done so fast.
then I'm going to start on the sleeves. I'm glad I switched patterns because the video for that pattern, both of these are videos. They're not written, but I'm writing them down as I go.
I
So
hate working from a video.
if I want to do this again, um, in the second video that I did, this is the pattern that I showed you last week where the sleeves had the scallops on it, the bell sleeves with the scallops.
Mm-hmm.
She Ronald.
I was trying to find the original picture of that top that you took apart, and I truly can't find it. I think it's only in the vacation pictures.
She gave a good tip. She said, make this, which didn't hit me when I was following the other video, but it makes so much common sense. It's one of those things where you go, duh. Mm-hmm. She said, this, since we're making this seamless, the length of this here, these two panels. So this here is going to be how big is this for the sleeve. So you need to measure your biggest part of your arm and divide it by 2, so that you can make the half the front and half the back. And then that way your sleeves will be big enough. And I think that will help me avoid that bunching that I did not like on the red one. So I will probably redo the red one if I have time. And my lofty goal, now y'all can laugh all you want to because we know it's not going to happen.
I'm not going to laugh. I'm just going to make this face.
But I think I mentioned my lofty goal last week, which is I'm going to make this to go with my black dress. But I'm going to buy the white belt. Did I tell you that the red belt I bought also comes in white? And I already know that belt fits. I like that belt fits. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy the white belt as well. So I'm going to make this to go with the black dress. I'm going to buy the belt as a backup just in case I don't finish this in time. But I feel like I'm going to finish it because I'm down to the sleeves almost already. I'm going to make this. I'm going to use this granny square all-in-one, not for its intended purpose, but to make the do-rag thing. So I'm probably not going to wear this for the picture. I'm going to wear a do-rag.
I feel like you could still wear the bang part. And then pull the rest off.
I could just do the bangs. Right, because I have the other bangs. I have the more curly bangs that I could do.
Yeah, you can do a bang.
So I could do the bang. Right, that's a good thought. So then I'm gonna make this, which I know the do-rag goes quick, especially since I wrote the whole pattern down for that one as well.
Ronald, that's that all-in-one. I think it's a granny square, not a flower power, but is that shadow?
This is a granny square. This is the one that's called Dove, I think.
Okay. Since Ronald knows all the granny square all-in-ones by heart.
Seriously, I think this one's called Dove. Because this is another one that's heavily black. But this is just like black and gray and off-white.
It matches my nails!
So I'm going to make a headscarf out of that. And then if I still have time, I am going to redo this bigger to go with either my gray dress, or I was thinking my leopard print dress.
Ooh.
Because I like the way red looks with leopard print. I haven't held this up to my leopard print dress yet, but I'm going to see if I like the way it looks together.
It's giving Fran Drescher, it's giving the nanny.
And so I want to try to finish these 3 things for vacation is my goal.
My goal is just this cardigan.
I may not get there, but it's my goal. I feel confident that I'll at least get this done. unless my shoulder starts acting up or my
Mm.
wrist starts acting up. Right now, my arms feel good, so I feel like it'll be okay. So, because like I said, I'm down to the sleeves almost, and
Yeah, you worked that up really fast. You worked both of those up really fast.
so hopefully. Okay, so coloring pictures.
Yes, I want to show mine because I'm not finished. So I just want to get it over with because I don't know if you haven't learned by now. I'm very good at starting things and truly never finishing them. So I want to show what I've got right now in case I never finish it. I did not do a coloring page. I did a Zentangle
Good for you.
using the markers that Wayne got me.
Oh wow! What kind of markers are those? Acrylic markers?
No, these are alcohol markers.
Oh, alcohol markers. Okay, that's
Yeah.
very bright and colorful.
It looks brighter on camera than it does in person. I was like, oh man, I'm a little bummed that it looks like a little more like dark and muted. But
Ronald, same hashtag, same algorithm.
there's a video in my
Because
algorithm.
I've already watched 2 of those videos talking about how TikTok is ruining coloring.
Mm-hmm.
And they both are, you don't have to click on the video because I will give you the gist of it.
She watched it.
Because really, basically, both of those videos that I watched were saying that TikTok has made coloring about consumerism. And
TikTok has made everything about
and making people feel like they have to buy the big 350 color set of markers. And I will admit, I'm gonna be honest with myself, I have fallen into that a little bit. Not that I feel like I need large sets of markers, but that I feel like I want to try the different markers. That's why I have the alcohol markers and the water-based markers and the coloring pencils.
But I feel like that's less consumerism and more curiosity about different mediums. Because every artist is going to try different mediums. But you're not like, oh, I have alcohol markers. Now I need every single alcohol marker.
Well, I'm just doing my bit, Ronald, because that's how can I say this? I feel like the term influencer is accurate because even though commercials don't do anything for me, I can look at a commercial on TV or an ad, an ad break on Twitch or whatever, and never want to buy the thing they're talking about. But if I see 5 videos in a row of somebody playing Date Everything, then all of a sudden I really want to buy Date Everything. I mean, or see everybody going crazy over a certain yarn, then that tempts me.
That I'm going to do a full sidebar right now. And that is the reason that all of these companies are not paying for proper marketing. And they're taking these little girlies TikTok videos and they're like, little girlie, I'll give you $100 to make a TikTok video using my product. And they'll do that. And then they'll use all these little girlies TikTok videos in their YouTube commercials that they're showing absolutely everywhere and getting all this money for, and they're not paying anybody. This is why all of my commercials look like TikTok videos instead of real commercials. And it makes me so angry. End sidebar.
But the thing is that, like, on TikTok, I can see when somebody is trying to sell me something. And that feels, even though they do it like a TikTok video, it still feels like a commercial to me.
Hang on. Oh, you can.
But it still feels like a commercial to me. And so I end up not just seeing the paid sponsorship thing at the bottom and the, or like on TikTok, you see the TikTok shop link across the top. That in itself just triggers in my brain, this is a commercial, and automatically I don't care. I don't want to watch, don't want to buy the thing. I don't feel influenced. But the people who are just genuinely people that you watch all the time doing stuff, who are genuinely just buying the yarn, and that they're not sponsored, and they're just buying it, and you see 5 different of those in a row. That gets me for some reason. Or the YouTubers get me more than the TikTok. Let me put it that way. Because TikTok, I know they have TikTok Shop. I know that they're getting a little percentage of trying to sell whatever this thing is. And that somehow automatically turns me off. And I know that YouTubers are also sponsored. But for some reason, even though they say to me in the front of the video, thank you to Date Everything for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and take a look at the game. That still works on me better than the TikTok videos for some reason. Okay, Ronald says he went to see Cabaret. Yeah. They leaned heavily into political messaging, and that the show that I saw was the same. And
yes, this is a metaphor.
So this is my coloring page, and this is probably the last page. I did it for Saturday because in case
for World Coloring Day.
For National Coloring Day. I probably posted that in Discord, I think. I posted somewhere that I was going to be coloring. And so this is my page that I did with my my water-based marker.
Ooh, I love that. Let me embiggen you. Oh, wrong one. I love that one. I forgot about the bottles coloring book.
Yeah, this is out of this book, World in Jars. Because I was looking for a book, because my plan was to try to do 2 pictures.
Mm-hmm.
2 pictures that day, because I don't plan on coloring for a while because I have all this other stuff to do. But I still, and so I was trying to pick a book that was relatively easy.
Mm-hmm.
But this one still took me all of my coloring time on Saturday to get done. And I still don't like the bullet nibs on my thing, because you can't tell it up here, but that bullet nib ate
the paper.
And this is my Ohuhu set, and I finally had to toss out a marker because I completely used it up. And I ended up, I actually have 2 markers that I completely used up in there, because this part around here is actually colored pencil. Because
the blue?
The tealish color, because the aqua green, because my aqua green watercolor marker is completely dried up.
Ooh. So every last drop of ink.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't feel necessarily bad about buying more markers, because I am using up.
Yeah.
I'm using up the colors to where they're dried out. So, like I was telling Chloe, I have I've used up 25 markers out of that 40 color set that I originally had, the Crayola ones, the fine liners. So I don't feel bad about buying more fine liners, because I've used up almost that whole box. I have 15 markers left in that box.
I rotate so much between crafts. I don't think I've ever used up a marker.
Well, this is the only craft I have that has. Ooh, that yellow ate up the paper too. Ugh. I'm looking at paper crumbs on here from my yellow marker. I wish you could see this.
See all the paper crumbs.
Texture on here is so bad, it looks like velour.
I can see it a little bit because it's reflecting differently. Yeah,
it's so bad.
Oh my goodness! It just ate it right up.
Those nibs. I mean, I feel bad throw, because like the marker that was dried out is dried out on the brush tip, but the
But the
bullet
bullet
tip
nib is fine.
is not 100% dried out, but it eats up the paper, so I will not use it.
I think they're connected. If you just sit it like upright so that the ink runs to the brush tip, it might. I don't know.
I might try that on some of the other markers. I think I already threw out that one marker.
Yeah, I don't know marker science, but
it was dry. That's what I was wondering. I went online actually and tried to find out if they're connected in the middle, because I keep my markers lying flat.
Me too.
Because that's what I've heard to keep them from drying out. I keep them lying flat, keep the whole box lying flat. But that did not help the dried out ones. So
also,
maybe.
Speaking of keeping the markers lying flat, so I kept my markers lying flat, and then I went to do all of that Zentangle coloring, and you can kind of see it. Let me see if I can pull it back up. You can kind of see it in some of the colors, but I would use the bullet tip. I've got a bullet tip and a chisel tip. I would use the bullet tip to color like along the like outer edge line to make sure I didn't go over the line, and then I would use the chisel tip to like fill in the big block of color. But you can see, especially on this one, if I use the bullet tip for the whole one, the bullet tip is on some of them are lighter than the chisel tip.
I found that on a couple of my markers too.
Yeah, and I had truly, like, I would pull the cap off, and some of the bullet tips were, like, leaking alcohol. Like, there was no ink, because it would get on my hands, and there was no ink on it, but there were, like, drips of alcohol. Just clear alcohol coming out of them. Like, what happened with these markers? Yeah. I tried to look it up, but couldn't find a good, like, explanation.
But, yeah, so I probably won't have any coloring pages to show, since I'm trying to focus on my
crochet.
So unless I just get so sick of crochet I can't stand it anymore. That's the other thing, is that I'm about at the end of my rope of crochet, because I always alternate, because sometimes I just get to a point where I can't stand to look at crochet another second and I want to knit. And I was feeling that way a couple weeks ago. Right now, I'm getting into the groove of this project, so I don't feel it right now. But if I start feeling it again after vacation, the avatar blankets might get put on hold again.
Don't put them on hold. Ronald and I got you. We're going to work on some of those squares for you.
But, okay, so we are done with Yarny Crafty thoughts. Do we have any media consumption we want to discuss for 15 minutes?
Yes. I finally watched Sinners, and it was so good. It was
everybody's saying that. I know it's not my type of thing, but
it's not. It's definitely in the. I am loving this new. It feels like a new genre coming up of like black horror movies. I'm really enjoying it because or just like black horror media. Like, what is the other one? Lovecraft Country. I really enjoyed it. I think Daddy watched Lovecraft Country too, and he liked it, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, but Lovecraft Country, and then like Get Out and Nope with Keke Palmer in it. Those are both great. And then this movie Sinners, very, very good. I enjoyed it. Even if you don't like the horror movie aspect of it, the music by itself. The music is very good.
I've heard the music's good.
Yeah.
I am not a horror movie person, but I've heard the music's good.
Yeah. If anybody in the chat has been on the fence about watching Sinners, it's very good. It's very good, and I enjoy it, and I recommend it. The only other media consumption thing that I want to talk about, which I thought about putting it in the shower thought, but
thank you, Ronald. Thank you. This is closest to the look that I aspire to, with the whole updo and the headscarf and the bangs. I've tried in the past to do that with my own hair, but it doesn't always work out. So
it looks good.
Thank you.
The only other media consumption thing that I have is I somehow ended up in Scent Talk in perfumery tube. Like,
Perfumery tube.
I don't understand. I'm getting all of these videos, which, like, it's such a weird niche on YouTube to have because you can't smell through the phone. And so it's these people that are like, oh, I tried the new Nosferatu, like, what is the thing? Fragrance. There we go. I've tried the new Nosferatu fragrance, and it's like, it all started because there was this one video that this girl put out that's like perfume for weird girls. And I'm like, I wonder what this is. And I just like played it because I just need something to like play while I was doing stuff. And she did a great job. I want her to make more videos because she is very good at describing the scents. Because other people, because I've noticed, because since I watched that one video, my YouTube feed is very quick to latch onto any single video that I watch, and it pisses me off. But since then, I've gotten a lot of other videos of people reviewing perfumes and colognes and just like fragrance stuff in general. And a lot of the other people, I guess because they're in the like perfumery like circles or whatever, they just use like the words that are on the thing. They're like, oh yes, I'm really getting that scent of ambergris. And I'm like, I don't know what ambergris smells like.
Ambergris is whale vomit.
Yes, but it's in perfume. 2, what does it smell like? And they're like, yes, I'm really, that Italian vanilla is coming through. And I'm like, what makes Italian vanilla different than other vanilla? Like, I need you to explain. Whereas the other girl, she's like, ooh, yes, this is very like coffee. This is very like coffee shop. You can smell a little bit of woody. Like, she is using like layman's terms. Because I believe, because she does use also some of the perfumery terms because she's a bit of a perfume buff, but she is using more layman's terms, which I feel like is helpful because people, I mean, I guess maybe I might not be in the norm, but I imagine that people are, is that me? Wait.
That is not you. You know that's not you.
Is that me?
You know that's not you.
Is that me? It's me.
That's me.
It's you looking like me. It's you doing your very best impression of me.
That's me, late 1980s.
And this just came up as a memory? Yeah, ambergris it's not whale vomit, but it's like whale fat or something. It's like a whale scent gland or something.
I thought it was whale vomit.
No, it's like I don't think it's vomit. I think it's something else because I think it's something that they have to like, once a whale is dead, they have to like carve it out of them. Like it's a blade. It's me.
It's you.
But I think people watching those videos are like, I imagine a lot of people watching these videos are like me, and they're not in the perfume world, so they don't know what all of these like scent notes mean. And so I need you to break it down. Like, explain to me that it smells like somebody farted in a book. Like, explain to me why it smells good, why it smells bad, like the layman's terms, and not just like, oh yes, it smells like oud. What does oud smell like? What does oud smell like?
Yeah, you were saying that why would scent talk be a thing when you can't, I was looking for a picture of myself with my hair similar to this and I can't find it. I'll have to go on Facebook, I think. But what's the word I'm trying to say? Oh, your father and I watch a ton of cooking videos, and yet you can't taste the food through the screen. But we love the cooking. We love the cooking competition videos, and we go, no, that looks like it tastes nasty.
But cooking,
no, I don't like the combination of what she put in there. That doesn't sound like that's gonna taste good.
But with the cooking videos, though, you like, unless they use a very weird food, like unless they're pulling jackfruit and you've never had jackfruit before, you have an idea of what the foods taste like, and so they put them together, and you can then think in your mind like, I wonder what that would taste like. I don't think that would taste good, or I think that would taste great. And then there's also the presentation of the food that like looks like, oh, it looks good. It looks like the texture looks good. They plated it very well. There's a presentation. With perfume, you have liquid in a bottle. They spray it, and then they're saying words like oud and ambergris to you, and you don't like. And they say, oh yes, this invokes the memory of when I lived at Grandmama's cottage. And I'm like, will it smell like Grandmama's cottage to me? I think I feel like
Because we don't
especially
have the same grandmama. My grandmama's
exactly,
cottage didn't smell that great.
exactly. I don't. It's so weird, but also I got influenced, so I bought a $9 scent sample.
Oh, Lord.
So it's supposed to be here next week, I think.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, my media consumption. Okay. I watched Building the Band on Netflix.
Yes.
I watched the whole thing. I'm not going to give away who won just in case somebody wants to go back and watch it, but it was a good time. Fair warning, if you were a One Directioner, this was the last show that Liam Payne did. He died like a couple months after he finished filming that. So if that's going to make you sad, but you know, he's happy in the video, so maybe you can get, because it made me sad for a second, because like at the beginning of the very first episode, the host comes on and says, you know, we're sorry, and the family wanted us to go ahead and air the show anyway, and blah blah blah. Because
glad they got permission.
You know, the last good thing he did before he passed away, blah blah blah. But basically, it's like they take Love Is Blind and a singing competition and smash them together. Because did I mention the premise of the show to you before?
Yes, you've mentioned it to me. I don't know how many people in the chat were here.
Okay, basically, it's, if you know Love Is Blind, is when everybody is in these cubicles and they can talk to each other, but they can't see each other. And so you add in the fact that everybody takes turns going to a singing cubicle, and they sing to where everybody in the other 100 cubicles can hear them. And then if they like you and want you to be part of their band, then they have this buzzer that they hit, and you have to get at least 5 people to hit the buzzer, or else you go immediately home. And then even out of the people who, then once people have hit the buzzer for you, you can only work with the people who hit the buzzer for you. So you have to kind of start talking to people who have hit the buzzer for you and try to see if you can come up with a band. And bands can have between 3 and 6 people. No less than 3, no more than 6. And then they're only going to have 6 bands. So once the 6th band has locked their combination in, then everybody else automatically gets sent home. And then they had to do the performances. It goes really quick. It's like 8 episodes. Most it's either 8 or 10 episodes. No more than 10 episodes. Most singing competitions should be like that, let me tell you. Because I get sick, even whether it's a dating show or a singing show, I kind of get sick of these people.
Yeah, because you draw it out and they're like, they're very heightened, a lot of heightened like personalities and stuff, and it's like, okay, I know your shtick. We need to.
But also for me, especially with the dating and singing shows, I had not so much with the cooking shows. With the cooking shows, I tend to watch them all the way to the end. But like with the dating and the singing shows, I have my favorites. And once my favorites get sent home or voted off, I don't care what happens to the rest of these people, and I'm ready for them to go home. So I don't, I don't stick around. So this doesn't outlive its welcome or whatever. Because they get rid of people, and then next thing you know, it's the finale and you're done.
Yeah.
So even if they've gotten rid of the people you like, there's only 6 groups. Even if they've gotten rid of the groups that you like, which didn't happen in my case, but even if they get rid of the groups that you like,
they're all going to be out there pretty quick.
You only have one more episode to watch before you see who won, so you might as well watch the last episode. It's not like having to slog through, several more weeks. Because that's the other thing. If you're watching something like The Voice, that's on regular television, so they're dropping 1 or 2 episodes a week. So you're slogging through weeks of watching these people. And it's like, no. So Building the Band was good. I would recommend it as, just a background thing if you like um singing competition.
Shows.
I've also been watching Back to the Frontier.
Mm-hmm.
It's on HBO Max, but it was put out by the Magnolia Network.
What's the Magnolia Network?
Chip and Joanna Gaines. If you're a person who watches a lot of HGTV,
Oh,
they they had their shows of flipping houses or redecorating people's houses. That's their shtick.
mm-hmm.
And they broke off, and because they got so successful, they were breakout stars. Sorry, my throat was acting up. They got so successful that they formed their own production company. I don't think they have their own channel. I think they just have their own imprint within HBO Max.
Okay.
Kind of like book publishing, where you can have an imprint within a major publisher.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have their own imprint within HBO Max, because the two things that I've seen them make, I think they've made other stuff, but the two things I've watched were both on HBO Max. The other one was the roller skating show that I told you about, called Roller,
yes,
which I linked in Discord.
I saw that. I just haven't watched it yet.
But so far, I like this show. I hope it's successful. Again, I don't think it's going to have a bunch of episodes. I think it's going to be 8-10 episodes. So again, it doesn't wear out its welcome. I better heal up before the cruise.
You know what's going to happen is we're going to go on the cruise and she's going to come back sick. And then we're all going to be like, oh no.
Oh, yeah, that's happened 3 years in a row, where I go on the cruise and I'm fine, and the last night we go to the comedy show on the last night, and we sit in there crowded with all those people.
Because everybody's going to the last comedy show.
And I catch a disease.
I'm going to bring face masks for that last night. We're going to go to the comedy show all with masks up.
Really, I should probably wear a mask on that last comedy show, because that room is crowded AF. But
everybody put off seeing the comedian for the whole rest of the week.
Did you watch Roller Jam, Ari?
Ari said you better not get singing for driving back together.
That's true. We are driving. Well, technically, usually what happens is that I get a little tickle in my throat the last day, but I am fine for the whole travel back. And then by the time I get home,
COVID.
That's when the symptoms really come to life, is once I get home. That's happened the last 2 times.
Ari, you are so behind. We talked about Wednesday so much earlier, because we were talking about Wednesday with VR Inspirations. You are so behind.
Yeah, I'll wear a mask to the last comedy show so that we can not get sick. But yeah, Back to the Frontier, for those who don't know, it's one of those living history shows. I don't know if any of you have ever watched them, but I am a big fan of them, and Artemis is somewhat of a fan, I think.
It depends on the show, but I do enjoy them. I think I just enjoy watching them.
Basically, one of those. It's not a competition show per se. It's just a show where different families agree to, they call them social experiments. They agree to live in an environment that is set up like a certain time period in the past, and to live like the past people. This was filmed in Canada, because Canada still has enough wilderness to look like the 1880s. And they are living in these shacks, and so they have to
I finished 1 row.
Good
all
for
that
you.
Crocheting that I did, I finished 1 row, which is why I keep putting this off. It's taking so long.
But basically, the premise of the show is that there are 3 families. There's a black family, there's a white family, there's a gay family, and they
yes, the 3 races: black, white, and gay.
That's the way because I can't ever remember their names. So that's what I always just call them: black, white, and gay. They're all upper middle class. So they all have housekeepers and all this other kind of stuff. And then they go into this 1890s homesteading situation where they have no running water and an outhouse. And it's they have to do all,
yeah.
And so
they're putting the
basically
Kardashian in the wilderness, essentially.
kinda. And basically they're very funny, Ari. Basically they are what am I trying to say? The goal is that they're over the summer, and the goal is that like the Homestead Act in the US in the 1890s, you had to be able, you could go out there and park yourself on a plot of land, but to be able to keep it and go and actually go to the homestead office and actually get your deed to the land, you have to fill
the land.
You have to make sure you have a structure that is livable. Okay, so they had the black family pulled up on this. Each one of them pulled up on a house, but each house had various
like problems with it.
The black people, the whole front of their house was gone. It's like, imagine where your front door is, and there's just like the frame, the woods with the frame, and then everything else, the whole front of the house is gone.
Are they out here with hammer and nails, like repairing?
Yeah. Okay.
That's much more intense than I thought.
Yeah, they had more work to do because like the white family just didn't have enough beds for all their people. And the gay family, their outhouse had no, it was open.
Ooh.
So just like the black family's house had no front, the gay couple's outhouse was just
out here trying to make this outhouse an outhouse.
You just watch people in there peeing. So
gross.
So they had to fix that up.
Fix that quick.
But so you have to have a livable structure. You have to have a pantry that's full enough of food to get through the winter, and you have to bring in a crop. So you have to till your acre of land and whatever. So that's what these families are doing over the summer. And they picked 3 families because the statistics were that back then 1 out of 3 families did not make it. So now we're kind of watching to see which 1 out of the 3 is not going to make it.
So is this, because this reminded me, I think I was picturing like the other shows that you watch where they were like on the frontier, but the families were all like neighbors with each other. Do you remember the one that?
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
I was picturing like that, but this one, they're nowhere near each other. It's just we're watching them all isolated.
Well, they're near enough that they can walk to each other's homesteads, but they're not right next to each other like a town. The one that we watched before was like Frontier Town. They were like setting up a town and they were kind of near each other. This one, they're near enough that they can walk to each other's places, but you can't like stand on your porch and see the other person's house.
Okay. Oof. Okay.
So they're far enough apart that you can't see each other's houses from your house, but near enough that you can walk it.
Okay.
So yeah. And I can not to give too much away just in case somebody wants to watch it. I can tell you it's not done yet, so I don't know how it's going to go. I've only watched the first 4 episodes because they're dropping 1 episode a week. It's not like Netflix where they drop you 4 episodes at a time. They're dropping 1 episode a week, and they drop the episodes on Thursdays. And the father from the white family, he's a little bit of a butthole.
Ooh.
But he doesn't want to. What the other families are like, well, we can all 3 get through this if we all kind of help each other. And the gay family and the black family are like, yeah, I'll come to your house and help, and then you come to my house and help. And the white guy's like, no, sorry, I got too much stuff to do to help y'all, and I need to hurry up and go back home. He wants to do everything just by himself, him and his family.
See that? No. Okay. I hope they don't make it. I'm not
and
watching the
and
show, but I already hope they don't make it. Why
and
would you
he
not try to do any sort of trading of like, oh, we know how to build a door. You need a door on your outhouse.
and
Like,
I
why would
mean,
you
but
not?
when you hear him talk, you kind of almost feel a weensy bit sorry for him, because it's like everybody in his family has always let him down, so he can't. He's learned not to trust anybody but myself, and he seems to be a bit of an introvert, because like when they have the ice cream social, he didn't want to do that. His kids were the ones having, because they have these historians who come and bring them tasks and things to do just to
Mhm.
liven it up. And they brought the ice cream churn, but they brought it to the white family. They brought it to the daughter, the 18-year-old daughter of the white family. So the
Mhm.
18-year-old daughter's like, let's have an ice cream social, invite the other families,
Over to come
and
have ice
that'll
cream.
be a
Yeah.
way for all the families to bond, because the daughters want the families to bond. It's
Mhm.
their father who is like, mm-mm. And so he didn't want to have them come to his house, but he gave in. And so everybody came and everybody had a good time. And he's standing way over here to the side,
Not
eating
off
his
in the
ice cream by
back.
himself, not talking to anybody. And
Not off in the back.
and it's like I can kind of feel him, because I don't like parties. I don't
Mhm.
like being around a lot of people. But you kind of have to, in this situation, you knew what you signed up for. You kind of have to make yourself.
Yeah, like even back
Or
in
you
the
just pick, like, I don't like parties, but I usually pick like one person that I can stand over to the
yeah,
side and talk to. It's hard for me to be in with a bunch of people, but
yeah.
I can pick one or two people to stand over the side. But no, he was standing all over here by himself.
Even besides the like social connections, he could just be making business connections because even back like you can't do everything. Even back in the day, people were
Mhm.
like, I know how to hunt, you know how to farm, we'll do some trading. Like you could do some trading between the people. That way you're not like relying on them to do
But
something.
he's not
And then
feeling it.
you bring the thing.
He's
Yeah,
not
that
feeling
is
it. He's
yeah.
not feeling
I
it. So it's
really
a good show.
like it.
It's a good show. I enjoyed it.
You said it's on HBO, I might watch it.
We got 5 minutes left. Unless you've got some shower thoughts, I can
Um,
speed through the other two things I watched this week.
no, I don't think I have any shower thoughts. We're all good. Continue.
Okay, so with movies with C2, movie with your sister,
Yes.
I watched an anime called, let me pull it up so I can get the title right. When Ray Liana ended up in the Duke's mansion.
When Ray Liotta ended up in the Duke's mansion.
This is on Crunchyroll.
Ray Liotta.
And basically, your sister told me that there is a theme of these kind of shows. What?
Sidebar for anybody who doesn't know, my mother does not watch animation. She did not watch animation as a child. She does not watch animation as an adult. So this is a big deal. Continue.
So we basically, she said there's a trend of these kind of shows. And before I get into this, we also watched Hello Dolly yesterday. I don't have to say a lot about that because everybody has heard of Hello Dolly. It's available on Disney Plus. It was a fun musical. Your sister enjoyed it. I hadn't seen it in 10 years, so I enjoyed rewatching it myself. Okay, this anime is set up in this fictional history. It's not accurate historical,
Mm-hmm.
because there are monsters and things. It's more like, it's almost like, I wouldn't say steampunk historical because I'm not seeing a lot of gears and stuff, but
Just
it's
like historical fantasy,
it's
maybe.
like they're wearing clothes from the 1890s, but there's also monsters
Mm-hmm. It's like Howl's Moving Castle. It sounds like.
and stuff like that. But basically, there's this girl who is trying to get into college. And
Mhm.
yes, I was on Crunchyroll. It's scary. Um, there's this girl who's waiting to get into college, and she's applied to modern day now.
Okay.
She's applied to different colleges and all this other stuff. And then just as she looks at her phone, she gets this mail. She's standing on the roof of a high-rise building, wondering what she's going to do next. She gets an email saying, "Oh, you've been accepted to blah blah blah." And she's like, "Oh, that was my choice school. I'm so happy." Blah blah blah. all of a sudden, this big shadowy figure comes behind her, pushes her off the roof. You knew it was coming, didn't you?
Yeah, this is an isekai. I could tell from the title it was an isekai.
What does isekai mean?
Isekai means you're from like the normal world and then you end up in another universe.
Okay, so I guess that's what
the genre that Chloe was talking about.
I think that's what Chloe was trying to explain to me. Okay.
She got isekai'd.
So yeah, she gets pushed over and she wakes up in a different body, and she's in the body of a side character in this book that she read. And this is my jam because I like time travels where you end up in a book.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've read one of my favorite Pride and Prejudice retellings is Being Mrs. Bennet, where this woman who is a fan of Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, I think we
wakes up.
Watch that?
No, we watched Lost in Austin. That's
Lost in Austin.
That's a different. That's a different time travel. She time travels and changes places with Elizabeth Bennet.
Yeah.
This book that I'm talking about, she changes places with the mother, who is the crazy person trying to get everybody married off.
Yes.
And so she changes places with this woman and becomes more of a normal person. And all of a sudden the husband's like, hey, you're back to the woman you used to be when we first got married. I'm liking all this. But anyway, it's a real good book. It's a real good book. I don't like the way it ended because the ending was abrupt, but it was a real good book. So I like this kind of story of you time traveling into a book that is set in the past. So that's what I'm watching. She's a side character. She's a character who gets murdered by her fiance. So she's like, first order of business, I need to not marry this guy because he's trying to poison me. So she sort of gets rid of him. So far I'm like 4 episodes in. She sort of gets rid of the fiance who was putting arsenic in her tea, and has set up a fake relationship with this other guy who's like the main villain of the story. But I think he's not as much of a villain as
everybody else thinks.
Everybody else thinks. And then, but I was thinking it was just a normal time travel into a book story, and then we get into this third episode, and Monster shows up.
Monsters.
And your sister's just giving me an evil grin because she's seen it already, so she knew it was coming.
She lured you in.
I'm like, but so far I'm enjoying it. Since she's already seen it, I'll probably watch more of it by myself. Since it's an English dub, I can watch it and crochet at the same time. And it's it doesn't have very many of those crazy faces that you know I hate in anime.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in every anime. There are a lot more subtle, like, slice of life animes.
Well, there are a few crazy faces in this anime, but there's not as many as there are in some of the animes. That's my number one criteria. I'm willing to sit down and watch an anime if there's no crazy faces.
Also, Robin says
no snot dripping out of them.
I hate that. I hate that too. Also. Robin says she watched Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I tried to read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies once and just never got through it because I also never read Pride and Prejudice. So I'm like, I don't know, none of y'all people. Ari's asking, can you say the name of the anime again? Something about the baby.
It is Why Raeliana Ended Up in the Duke's Mansion.
Why Raeliana? Spell Raeliana.
Raeliana.
Why Raeliana ended up in
the subtitling is so bad. They spell it a different way every time.
I love it.
On the screen. They call her Ray Liotta.
Not Ray Liotta.
Really, they call her Ray Liotta. They call her Ray Lanana. They call her Roliana.
do I get a subtitling job? Because clearly you can do whatever. How do I get a subtitling job? I wish. And then let's see, more things were said. Ronald said monster romance, because we know you like that. Romance.
No monster romance. This was just a giant monster.
It is time for rock music. That we are switching back to just the busy city music, because I don't like any of the rock music options we have. I need to find some different rock music. Ronald's got to go lay down. He's perishing. It's time for us to skedaddle on out of here. That does sound like a good anime, though.
Yeah, so far I'm enjoying it, so I guess I might finish it. I've got a lot of stuff that I'm halfway where I've watched
a few episodes of it.
A few episodes and then not gone back. I still haven't finished Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I haven't finished All Rise. I haven't finished Chicago Med. I have several things I haven't finished, so I'm trying to wrap stuff up because it's starting to weigh on me, just like the Avatar blankets, that I haven't finished these things. It's bugging me.
That's how I feel about Doctor Who. I need to get on it. I just have to figure out when I'm going to do it, because I get up tired because I didn't sleep well, and then I go to work, and then I come home tired and I don't have much time, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to bed early so I can try to get some rest, and then I wake up late again because I didn't sleep well, and it's just this endless cycle of me trying to sleep for most of my day, just not getting things done. 7:30-ish RE, because that's when I'm getting.
And speaking of Crunchyroll, I'm also thinking of trying Rent a Girlfriend.
Rent a Girlfriend?
Yeah, it sounds like a harem.
It does.
Which I've read harem before. Your sister keeps saying, "You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it." I'm like, I read harem, so
I imagine that's gonna have a lot of like the faces you don't like, and a lot of I agree with Chloe that I don't think you're gonna like it, but we'll find out. I still want to finish watching Way of the House Husband because I enjoyed that one.
Well, I hope you feel better, Ronald.
Bye, everybody.
Hopefully, by the time we see you next week, you will be in better shape.
Tip top.
Mari also thinks I will not like Rent a Girlfriend, so I should probably just watch the first episode and get it out of the way.
Yeah.
And as soon as they make the first crazy face, I probably won't watch anymore.
Tell us, start the show and then pause at the timestamp when you stop. Let us know how far you make it, is what I want to know. If you're watching this after the fact, or if you're watching this now the fact, and you want to help us along, if you like what we're doing, subscribe, like, you know the YouTube things, you know what I'm saying here. Like, subscribe. If you, I don't know, leave a comment. We talked about a lot of shows today. Leave a comment about which show you think you're interested in watching. Are you going to watch Wednesday? Let us know. And if you want to know when we go live, so that we can all be here chatting together ensemble, because it's much more fun with more people, as you saw
Stop
today.
with the French. You're supposed to be learning Spanish.
I am supposed to be. I stopped Duolingo. My Duolingo is very angry at me, so I really need to get on that. But hit the notification bell. You'll know when we go live. And if you want to see more of us, if you're not getting enough of our big, beautiful faces on Wednesday, we also stream on Twitch on Friday, where we play games. We play
big, beautiful faces.
Big, beautiful faces. We play games. We play a wide variety of games, because we just do a lot of demos. I don't think we have ever finished a game. But you'll see the beginning of a lot of games and find out if you want to play them or not. And also sometimes board games, which you can join in on if you have Board Game Arena. I think we're out of here.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye.